Hi there, good morning to you. I hope your day is off to a great start. I wanted to come live to do a video, quick, short video this morning because I posted the other day about trying out keto coffee and it kind of becoming my new obsession every morning. And I wanted to give a little bit more information and let you know how you can learn a little bit more if this is something that you don't know anything about. Now, first of all, let me say that I am by no means an expert. This is something that I'm really just starting to learn about and implement for myself because as I read about it, I realized that so many of the things, the benefits that you can get for it are things that I personally need or struggle with, and that it really works for people who struggle with the things that I do. So first of all, let me say that ketogenic nutrition is a very specific kind of eating. It's a very specific kind of diet. And I'm not saying that I'm prescribing to that. In fact, I would say that what I'm looking to do is change into a much more low carb, high fat diet, which totally goes against so much of what I did my whole life and what I've learned my whole life about nutrition. I do believe we need carbs, of course, the right kind of carbs. But I've always avoided a lot of fat other than the actual just general, healthy fats we know we need. So anyway, I tried this coffee the other morning and you may have seen that I posted about it. Basically, it's just my regular morning black cup of coffee, but I blend in coconut oil and butter. Which, when I read about it, I was like, what? This sounds disgusting. Is this going to be good? It was amazing. It was really good. But even better than just the taste of it was that it kept me full for a long time, and I felt like I had a different level of energy throughout my day, which was just, I don't know, not something that I expected, but it's when you read about it, that's what you read as being the benefits of it. So the reason why I tried it though is because as I have been researching for the program that I'm creating for women with PCOS, I kept coming across this kind of eating, this kind of diet as being really good for women with PCOS, especially because we have insulin resistance. And like I've said in my my informational posts about the Thrive program that I'm creating, I have my entire life struggled with struggled with being able to lose fat. I've never been really overweight. I've always been able to maintain a pretty slim figure, but I carry a lot of fat on my lower body that I have a hard time getting rid of. I've always struggled with carbs and sweets, like almost they're an addiction. It's been hard for me to manage them throughout my life, and I've always struggled with cravings. So as I was reading about what's best for women with PCOS and the insulin resistance factor and the imbalance of hormones that we have, which by the way, a lot of women have those things even if they haven't been diagnosed with PCOS. A lot of hormonal balances can come from years and years of dieting or eating, in a variety of ways that are not healthy to us. So anyway, I was reading about that. Good morning, Amy. Hi. I was reading about that, and basically this kept coming up as being kind of, a way to eat that was better for people like me. So I started digging into it. It had come up with a couple of friends as well. I was talking with friends who were like, oh, I'm getting, really great results with this. And I especially took it seriously because some of the friends I was talking to about this are also in health and fitness like me. So they're not people that I felt like were just, fad diet chasers or anything like that. They're people with the same kind of health and fitness background as me. So anyhow, I tried this keto coffee. Like I said, I loved the taste of it. I have been drinking just plain black coffee for 3 years now. I used to load it up with, all the lovely Coffee Mates and Splenda, oh my gosh, and all that. But I've been drinking it black for 3 years. So when I put it in this and I blended it in my blender just like I would with my shake, it was amazing. And like I said, it gave me energy and it kept me feeling full. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to look into this a little bit more. So you guys, like I said, I am not an expert by any means yet, but I'm immersing myself in learning about this because for the last, what is today? Today's Thursday. I started doing this on Sunday with the coffee, but really Monday with as far as my eating throughout the day goes, like by eliminating a lot of the carbs that I would normally eat and really focusing on healthy fats and protein. My energy has been completely different from what it was before. I mean, I am the type of person who every afternoon I will say to my husband, I really want to take a nap. I just feel like I want to, lay down and take a nap. And he'll always say, just rest. And some days I would do it and some days I wouldn't. My energy has been crazy this week. I have not felt like I needed a nap. I started getting up and doing morning workouts because we're 2 weeks away from a tropical vacation, and I was like, I want to look and feel my best for that. So I started getting up and doing morning workouts so that I wouldn't miss them during the day due to my schedule. I've been doing those in the morning, but also still teaching my classes at night, and double workouts are not something I normally do or recommend, but I have had enough energy to do it. Normally that second workout, I would just be coaching my participants because I wouldn't feel like my body could do much more. But this week it's felt fine. It's crazy. I have also noticed that I haven't been eating a lot of carbs, but I actually haven't been craving them, and I have not been craving sweets like I normally do. Yesterday, my mother-in-law, God bless her, showed up at the door with some homemade Amish cinnamon rolls that she wanted to give some for Lincoln, you know, as a treat. Normally, I would have grabbed a fork and gone right into those things and had at least a few bites. I did not touch them, and I still haven't, and they're sitting on the counter. And that is unheard of for me, you guys. I have sweet cravings like crazy. My husband can attest to that. So all I can figure is that these things are happening. The energy, the lack of cravings for the sweetness and stuff, and how I'm feeling overall, all I can connect it to is the fact that I've been making this transition this week, that I've been eating a lot less carbs and a lot more protein and a lot more fat. The other thing I've noticed, and those of you who follow me regularly might, remember this, but I struggle with chronic back pain. I've had ongoing back issues for a long time. They especially got worse after I had Lincoln. Last year, I was going to pain clinics, and I've been in chiropractic care, which is really helping. But I was going to pain clinics and looking at getting injections and everything. My body has not been hurting this week. Normally, I'm achy at night, especially if I'm doing 2 different workouts. And normally I walk around, and my husband jokes that I'm walking around like an 80-year-old. But this week, I felt good. My body hasn't felt as achy. So all I can say is there's something to this, and I feel like it is going to be a really good transition for me. Now, I am somebody who believes that not every way of eating is good for everyone. And that's kind of a transition that I've made over the years. I absolutely think, of course, that healthy eating is for everyone. But just as there are some people who are sensitive to lactose and they have to remove all lactose from their diet, or people who are sensitive to gluten and they have to remove gluten completely from their diet, I think there are people that are sensitive to certain kinds of carbs and they need to remove that from their diet. Now, I am not saying that I will be removing carbs completely from my diet, because I think that anytime you eliminate an entire food group, it's dangerous, because you can be missing vital nutrients and it can be hard on your body. But I'm looking to get much more specific with the kinds of carbs that I eat. And that doesn't just mean going to whole grains, which is what I already do. It means even looking at the whole grains and deciding which ones of those I can still keep in my diet, and which I'll probably be getting carbs more from vegetables and fruits. So anyhow, I am finishing up a blog post about this, so I will be putting that up later today. I will post the link for that so you can make sure you see it. If you're watching this video later in the day, it might already be up. It's at my website, lindygalt.com, and you can look under blog. If you go there now, part of it is there. You'll see it, but I haven't finished it yet. I started it yesterday. So I need to finish it, and I'll let you guys know when it's up so that you can read it to learn a little bit more. But expect a little bit more on this topic coming from me very soon, because I'm really excited about how it's making me feel. The other thing I didn't mention, and this will be, I'm sure, encouraging to those of you ladies watching, my belly bloat is gone. And I don't struggle with that big time, but I had noticed I was getting a little lazy with some of my habits. And this week, because of eating this way, I just feel like my tummy has flattened out and my bloat is gone. And that's, of course, awesome, especially right before going on vacation as well. So anyhow, expect more coming on this. Like I said, this came in because I'm working on a program for women with PCOS, but this is so exciting to me that I might be working on something that is going to be, revolve around this kind of eating and what I'm learning. Again, I'm not an expert yet. But to teach women about this, because, like I said, it's made me feel pretty awesome this week. So if you have questions, you can comment on the video Okay, I'm looking it through some of your comments. Megan said, I'm so happy people are getting more and more aware that fat is not bad. Absolutely. And you know, when I was younger, I definitely thought fat was bad. I definitely fell prey to the low fat, fat-free diet, you know, food craze, and ate all of that kind of stuff all through my teen years and into my 20s, which probably, you know, has something to do with the struggles that I have now, because it messes up our bodies when we do that. Healthy fat is what I've always advised people on, you know, avocado, nuts, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, all of that. But I will admit that I really have removed, you know, like bacon and other kinds of fats from my diet because they're the saturated fats. But with this particular diet, in moderation, of course, some of that stuff is totally acceptable. Again, I had like 3 pieces of bacon this morning with my eggs, and that's not normally something that I would want my husband to cook and have around the house, but it was awesome. So yes, and again, you guys, you know, actually the ketogenic diet is very similar in certain ways to the Atkins diet, which I've never been a huge fan of because, again, eliminating carbs. So all of this, just let me just say, take it with a grain of salt. If you're going to look into it, you know, look into it. Everyone needs to figure out what's best for their bodies. And also, I don't know anything about your personal, you know, medical history or anything like that. So I'm just going to be sharing with you what is working for me and what I'm learning. And I welcome your questions with that. I thought I saw one more comment in here. Jamie, no sweet cravings. I've been struggling with sweets lately and with an overcompensation of carbs. Yes, totally. I am the same way, you guys. Carbs and sweets. I mean, I will literally, we go to my parents usually on Sundays for Sunday lunch with the family, and I will text my mom on Saturday and say, what's for dessert tomorrow, and are you having rolls? And one of the main reasons that I want to ask her those things is because I'm like gonna structure what I'm eating that day and the next day based on the fact that I know that I just want to indulge in those things. And I still will have desserts, trust me, and bread sometimes. But those kinds of cravings are what like just kind of rule my mind. And it's amazing how I have not had them this week as I've been eating this way. Like I said, I didn't even touch those cinnamon rolls that are still sitting on my counter. And I'm talking about them right now and I don't want them. So anyhow, okay, this video's gone longer than I anticipated, but I'm so glad a lot of people are viewing and that you guys are interested in this. I'm excited to bring more information. Check out the blog later today. I will post that once it is live. Okay, have a great day.